And Spidey is now back with another episode of the WoW series. Now, in this episode, we are going to be flying to the Hillsbrad Foothills and complete some of the quests. Now, in this video, for a bonus, what we're going to do is we're also going to try and find a random dungeon. Now, during the process of looking for a dungeon, it only took about 5 minutes or 10 minutes real time, but at the moment, quite a lot of players who are basically looking for dungeons and everything sometimes can have level differences, but in this particular circumstance, the level range was pretty much the range that the level range was the compatible range for this particular dungeon, which we all went in, and I shall explain a few issues that occurred actually during the moment when the tank did not even attempt to turn up. So here we go. So as you can see, we're just going to kill a few of these bears, and there we go. Here we are. We're now in the Wailing Caverns, and we're going to pick up some of these quests here. Basically, what we need to do is kill 4 bosses, 4 night elves, and collect 5 serpent blooms. But I couldn't be bothered collecting the serpent blooms, so there we go. And now we're going to start killing some of these dinosaurs or raptors. They're actually called raptors. I mean to collect 10 Diviate hides. And basically these drop from the raptors and also the sludges, oozes, and of course the snakes, and also some of the Druid of the Fangs, which are basically spellcasters. Now, the issue here is that the tank was in the middle of doing some questing in Azura, which is basically a zone that's north of Orgrimmar, and then the healer was in the middle of the Northern Barrens doing some quests. So the thing is, here's what people don't realise, is that once you've basically joined a group or whatever, even if you were like killed or whatever, you would have been expected really to actually join the dungeon. And during this sequence, the tank does get kicked, i.e. we vote kick him, or he just basically leaves the party. What a noob, really, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, you basically want to do a dungeon, you do it, you want to do it. But in this particular part, the tank did not respond, and neither did all the characters, not characters, all the other players, even though they said hello. But there we go. I think they were mainly focusing on me because I'm kind of like the tank, technically. But obviously, there we go. Yeah, the tank goes. He just leaves the party. What an idiot. And then we do another roll check to see if we can try and find another tank. But in this particular video, there was no tank available. So obviously, we're just going to try and do it as best we can. There is 4 people, and also there is some pets as well. We have a hunter, a warlock, and a priest. Now, eventually, after when we've completed this area, the left side, which is what I wanted to do, but I voted beforehand, left or right side, and no one did vote. So obviously, I just thought, well, screw it, I'm going to go over to the left side, because the left side is one of the most forgetful sides ever. Now, this is a turtle called Kresh. Now, he's very powerful when it comes to attack you, because he does bite quite significantly. So obviously the hunter almost got killed, but obviously I re-healed, and I should have got the aggro, but because I'm not really a tank technically, just for the purpose of this dungeon, I had to be the tank. So as you can see now, we're just going to kill some of these Druids of the Fangs, and here comes our first boss, which is one of the Lords. I've forgotten the name, but it doesn't really matter, because, of course, it's just a boss anyway. And, of course, some of these bosses can be very tricky to kill, because, of course, they have more health than you, and especially if you are level 15, you have to be cautious, because you have the least amount of health compared to what your team have. Okay, so this is now going to be the end of this particular part of the Wailing Caverns, basically part 1 of the Wailing Caverns, but basically part 6.8, I think, or 6.9, I'm not too sure. But anyway, see you in the next part of the Wailing Caverns, and also we'll do some more quests in the Hillsbrad Foothills. Peace out, guys.